What up though, it's your boy Rello back with a One Piece Bounty Rush video. Welcome to Rolling Stone. In today's video we have EX Duo, Kid and Law going up against the new Bounty Fest character version 2, Film Red Uta. We're going to be having 3 different gameplays, 3 different styles. So trying to see how these two will pair up against each other in matches. But this is a 1v1, so we're just doing these as an example. Both of them are both 5-star. Only difference is Kid and Law is boost 2 and Uta is boost 1. But she still does pretty good in tanking a lot of damage from Kid and Law, even though he does a lot of damage to defenders. So in my opinion, I think Uta is pretty good. And even though she's not like the attacker version where she's like dishing out a lot of damage and stuff, but you have to remember she is a defender. As you can see, she's taking these skills even with no health. And Luke is a pretty good player because he times his counters pretty good and his skills as well. Right there, he did pick up the heals. You know, usually in 1v1s you don't do that, but I just let it slide. I'm just sitting here trying to cap the flag right here. He knocks me back with his skill. So now we're just trying to make sure we don't get status effect using Law and try to get, you know, as much as damage as we can on him. But he ended up getting a status effect on me because my health is lower on Law right now. So I get the perfect dodge, try to get some basic attacks to knock him down to either cap the flag or try to switch if I can. But, you know, it's not enough space really to switch at the moment. So I decided to just try to cap the flag, use the skill 1 right there, and then I think pretty sure soon we're going to go ahead and switch. But he gets the status effect on me actually right here. So he's doing about 700 damage. You know, I don't know what his attack is on this metal set. But right here we get the switch on him. And then we use our skill 1 with the kid to take him out. So now we're going ahead and start capping this flag and have to wait for him to respawn back into the match. So now he's back in the match. We have him running up at the moment. Try to use my skill 2 to get some extra defense buff and some heals on myself. Now he's pushing up. I use the basic attacks to bait out a dodge or his counter. Right here I was actually trying to switch, but I'm still myself getting used to Kid and Law. I just turned him 5-star last night. So right now, you know, I have a defense buff. I'm only taking about 17 damage from the Uta at the moment. He gets the counter off on my invincible skill, so I use my skill 2 to knock him down. Right now we switch to the Law. I take single-digit damage from the Uta right there, and I do some nice damage with the skill 1 and skill 2, but not enough to take him out. So right now it's the end of the match. So we're going to end this with a total of 1 kill. So shout out to Luke. You know, he had a pretty tanky Uta and was doing his thing with his skills and everything like that. So let's get into the next match. Alright, so getting into the second match, we have Kid starting out once again. In my opinion, it's mandatory to start out with Kid so you can get that extra defense buff for Kid and Law. Unless, you know, a team has multiple status effect characters, then you can use Law so you can nullify those status effects. But we're going to go ahead and head towards the enemy second flag so we can meet up with Luke and try to fight him right there. Right here, I use the skill 2 to try to get some damage on him early on and get the defense buff. But he gets the perfect dodge on me. So now I use the basic attack, get my defense buff, use my skill 1 right here. But Mans would literally perfect time my skill 1 with that counter. It's like he literally always waited just for that one skill to use his counter. But now he's running back towards the flag, so I use the skill 2, get some heals, and get some more defense buff on him. Switch to the Law so I don't get status effect, but he do knock me down, so I don't get to hit him with my skill 1. Use my skill 2, do some massive damage to the Uta right there, and get the heal block on him. But the heal block seemed like it disappeared quick. That was kind of weird to me, in my opinion. The other skill always knocks you back if it hits you. So be mindful of that if you fight Uta around that skill right there just sitting there. I forgot the name of it, so I do apologize. I should know that as a YouTuber, I know. Don't blame me. I smoke weed. So right here, we're just trying to cap this flag so Uta can't get those extra traits. And then that way I can try to take her out a little easier. So, you know, just trying to do what we should do as a runner inside of a match. You know, even though she's in her treasure area, you can still cap that flag with kid-in-law. So I get the perfect dodge on her, use the skill 2, take her out. So now we waiting for Luke to spawn back in. We sit here at the second flag, just filling up the treasure gauge just because now Luke is pushing up. Try to hit him with the skill 1 right here. But the man get the counter on me again. I'm telling you, bro, he just literally waited for that skill every time for the counter. I should have made some adjustments, but I wasn't really thinking. So now he got the status effect on me, but doing some slight more damage than usual, but still not really that much damage. So now we use the skill 2 with the law, do some massive damage to him once again. Try to use my skill 1, but I get knocked back by his skill. He's trying to cap this flag back. I go ahead, try to give him some hands, but he knocks me back with his skill. Dodge out the way of the other skill so I don't get knocked back again. Switch to the kid, excuse me. Use the skill 2 to knock him back. And then switch back to law to try to take him out, but he gets the counter again on me. Man's definitely good with this counter for Uta. But you know, he do love Uta more than I do, so I can't blame it. But we're going to end up winning this round again. And we're going to end this with a total of 1 cap and 1 kill. So let's get into the last gameplay. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready to go home. In the last match, we're going to start out with Kid once again. Like I said earlier, it's mandatory to have that defense buff. Especially against somebody like a Uta that's going to have status effects on you. So you can tank a lot more damage. So when you get out of that status effect, you won't have a lot of HP taken away from you. But we're going to go ahead, push up to the second flag once again. In this match, we're going to do it with no cap flags. We're just going to fight it out to see how it will be with fighting against each other without being in the flag areas. So right here, I'm doing some decent damage right now to the Uta, giving her the hands. Almost about 2k just with a basic attack. Get the heal block on her with the skill 2. Giving her the hands, almost take her out right there. So right now I switch to the kid, try to use my skill 1 to take her out, but she gets the dodge on me, then I use the skill 2 and take her out. So now we jump down because he's about to spawn back in so I can meet up with him, you know, cut a little time down. So now he's running up on me right now. I use the skill 1, get the heal block on him and do some massive damage to him. Use the skill 2 to take him out once again. So now we switch to Kid. We waiting on him to come back in once again. We have Uta pushing up. I use the skill 2. Get that defense buff. And then I use skill 1. But did not get no damage on him. He was a little too far out. So I switched to the law. So he wasn't expecting it to do the skill 1. And then take him out with the hand. So now we up 3-0. Switch back to Kid once again. You know, just like a little strategy in my end, to be honest. Just something I came up with in my head at the time. Like, just keep switching back and forth in a way. So right here, I'm spamming the basic attacks, doing some nice damage with that. Use the skill 1 again. Man's countered that once again. I'm telling you, bro, he's literally just waiting to use that counter for that skill 1. But he knocks me down right there. And then try to use his Sing skill. Knocks me down because I switched to the law so he don't status affect me. I use the skill 1, try to get a perfect dodge, but got a perfect dodge without a perfect dodge, and then take him out with the skill 2. So it's about 10 seconds left. It's a little too late for him to spawn back in, so he's going to spawn back in with Shanks, and the match is over. So hopefully guys, you know, can gain some knowledge from this video on how to fight either Kid-in-law with Uta or fighting Uta with Kid-in-law. And if you found this entertaining and everything like that, make sure you smash that like button. And we're going to end this with a total of 0 caps and 4 kills.